fucking move the record button into a more convenient place. That
How
annoys me because
inconvenient.
it was in an inconvenient place and I knew where it was. I just figured out where it was. And now they've moved it to a fucking convenient place and just
Mm.
fucking confused me all completely.
Yeah,
Cunts.
we need to get some of those. The film crew next door, they have secretaries that
Right.
push all the
Well,
all the buttons for them.
yeah.
Um,
Well, we have producer Eric. The only problem
yeah,
being he's completely fucking useless. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, producer Eric, he's a big fan of The Walking Dead, and he wants to be like Rick, like Rick Grimes, and of course, in the latest episode, spoiler alert, Rick chops his own hand off. So, producer Eric, in order to be like Rick, chopped his hand off. So
Really?
now he's down to one hand in the studio. Have you noticed? And of course, he's always touching himself. So now he's not much for pushing buttons anymore.
Right. He's constantly masturbating. And so
Mm,
with only one
mm.
hand can't press the record buttons. It's
Yeah, and he's
making
not like
sense.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not as good as that intern we had who, even when her hands were full, she just smashed her face into the console. Mm.
Well, she had no arms or legs,
Yeah,
that one.
yeah,
But she could work a button with her nose like nobody's business, really.
like a pro. Yeah,
Yeah. That was
just
yeah.
just professional. Didn't like not a millennial. She was a little bit older, but fuck, did that bitch ever complain? No, she just got the job done.
Well, she
Just
was mute.
professional. Well, yes, that
Yeah.
too. But
Yeah.
yeah,
It's really the standards around Pointless Confused, just slipping every day. Like I was on the way here in the limo, they hadn't refreshed
Mm.
the cocaine drawer.
Yeah, right. Yeah, see,
Like,
budget cuts, budget
yeah.
cuts.
Well,
We've had an
there's only 4 ounces of heroin. We're being rationed.
What is what happens when you upset, the Google bots, and we do that a lot. So we're
It's,
just gonna
it,
have to, handle the jandle, as they say, and
I mean,
just get by straight.
you like I, fully committed to doing the best show humanly possible. That's really what's kept us on top for so long.
Well,
Uh,
commitment is a strong word. Strong
yeah,
word.
but with like barely 14 lines of cocaine on the way to the studio this morning and 4 ounces of heroin. I
Mm.
mean, I'm working with my hands tied behind my back here. Really,
Wow.
we put up with it. We put up with it, don't we?
Well, you do. I've been clean and sober for months, so
Ooh,
I've stayed out of the limousine. Yeah, yeah.
God, what a nightmare.
Well, yeah, the world is a bit of a nightmare looking through unglassy eyes. It's true.
Yes, gosh.
Mm, mm. So
Anyway,
what do we do here again in the studio? I've forgotten.
uh, From Under the Cork Tree is the second studio album by the American rock band Fall Out Boy. It was released May 3rd, 2005 through Island Records, and it was the band's major label debut. The music was composed by vocalist and rhythm guitarist Patrick Stump, with all lyrics penned by bassist Pete Wentz. And that's all we know.
Mm,
That's the
that's
end of
all
the
anybody
review. We're
knows.
going home now.
Yeah,
Fuck this shit.
tough day.
Yeah. Cunts. That's all I can say. Cunts.
Well, is that your solid one word review? Just cunts. Fallout Boy, cunts.
Yeah. Well, it's nothing to do with Fallout Boy, really. I'm just saying cunts in
Mm.
general, really.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It's a good, strong, percussive word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you chose this album. Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why, actually. Now looking back, It is, we chose this a while ago. Uh,
Mm.
I think I always just like, it's modern, but it's not. What's this? Is this celebrating its 20th anniversary now or something?
2005, so it's 18 years old. So these guys have been has-beens for quite a while now.
Mm, yeah, yeah. They,
This
I
was a big seller, though. It surprised me. There was something like 7 or 8 million albums that sold worldwide. Pretty big record.
yes, big time, big band, and I think they had some hits after this record as well. But
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't really follow them at the time. I remember seeing the hit song, the music video, and some kid had deer antlers on. I think it's the whatever that one is.
Yeah.
Um, and I sort of like acknowledged its presence and went, "Oh, yeah, that's kind of catchy." And then when I heard the next song, I was like, just more emo pop punk, sort of, give it a miss. But then traveling around that song, again, I can't remember what it's called, and of course, I don't have my research in front of me here. Um, kept coming up on my shuffle, and it just got catchier and catchier. And then I saw people doing acoustic versions of it, and I was like, "Oh, god damn it! I have to admit, it's a pretty good song, right? Like for a pop punk song, it's played well. It's energetic. It's got surprising melodies. Um, but then the rest of it, I feel like they just went a bit too far up Pete Wentz's ass. Um, yeah. What say you?
So you chose this album because you thought it was too far up Pete Wentz's ass, and you thought we should review it. Well, that's
Yes,
a
I
good
do
enough
like.
reason.
Yeah, of course it is. Our constant listeners know that you and I like a good peer into a big black hole.
Hmm.
And I can only imagine that's what Pete Wentz's asshole looks like. I mean, I've seen his cock because that's all over the internet.
Oh, is it?
Um,
Has he got a big todger?
uh, I mean,
Because
it looks like it would do the job, I suppose.
he was quite a celebrity for a while.
Yeah.
He
Was
was in
he?
all the
Yes.
magazines for a bit, I remember, and I remember hearing Fall Out Boy and thinking, I don't like this very much. Sounds like shit. But I
Uh-huh.
really, really like that song, The Scene a Scene. It's a
Oh, I fucking
goddamn,
hate that one. Yeah.
what's it called?
Arms
That one?
race.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Love that. Oh, I really like that song. So
All
when you
right.
suggested this album, I was prepared to give it a chance.
All
I
right.
was
Okay.
prepared.
And how did you feel you went on first listen?
Fucking painful piece of shit. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell.
Oh, so this
Uh,
is just another episode of Brad and Dan shit on a band that's sold 8 million records. Yeah,
People tuning in go, oh, I love Fall Out Boy. Oh,
yeah,
my favorite band. Another
mm.
review. I get to listen, share the joy of this band
Uh-huh.
with the world, listen to the review and just relive the experience. Oh, they're shitting all over it. What a bunch of
Yeah.
faggots.
What a clickbait thumbnail pair of cunts these two are. I'm
Oh, a
gonna put
couple of
something in
us.
the comments. Let me hit the comments section.
Two grumpy Muppets
Faggots.
sitting up in the balcony, fucking complaining about everything.
Hey,
I
we
listened
are
to it a
the
couple of times. It did get slightly better. I could kind of differentiate one song from another after a while. I kind of started hearing melodies in places.
uh-huh.
There's there's the one good song on it. Sugar We're Going Down.
Yeah, that one. That's the one I'm trying to. Yep.
Yeah. And then the rest of it. Oh fuck me.
Yeah.
You know what really
But
annoys
see,
me is there was a trend for a while, and I think it's still ongoing, where these snotty punk bands would have a singer that did not have any kind of volume knob, but it was just sing loud through the verse, sing loud through the
mm,
chorus, sing
mm.
loud during the quiet bits, sing loud during the loud bits.
Yeah, yeah.
Really annoys me. And this is a great example of a singer with very little control.
No dynamics.
No
no
dynamic.
dynamic range. Yeah. But I mean, look, and I appreciate that most singers that rise above the, the mundane and sort of stand out above the 6 billion other singers if you go with I mean, even Michael Jackson, your Freddie Mercury's, Axel, Kurt, Eddie, Phil Collins, even Bowie, when they sing, it's them, right? Like,
Yeah.
they're putting it, whether they're putting it on or not, that's fucking them, right? So if you try and sing in that style, you're copying them. I don't know what the motherfucker's name is in this band, little redhead leprechaun guy.
I just told you it's Patrick Stump, Mr. Stump.
Oh, okay, when old Stumpy gets up there to sing, he is very unique. That he's got a style. It might not be a good style, but he's tried to create something, and I get it. So now, like when he's a guest vocalist on some hip hop song or whatever, much like the chick from Paramore, you go, "Oh yeah, I get who that is. I don't like them." But
there was another band with no dynamics in the vocals.
Paramore?
Yeah, kind of just.
Chicken sing.
I mean,
have we done
in their early stuff, in their earlier punky stuff before they sold out, and got good, got better. Yeah, pre-selling out though. Yeah, she was just yelling all the way through it, wasn't she?
Mm. Right. Mm. Nah, she could yell at me all she wants to. That'd be fine. Yeah.
Well, she probably would. Yeah.
Get out of my dressing room. What are you doing in here? You're not allowed in here. Put that down. Put that away. Those kind of things.
Yeah. I agree. When you hear his voice, it's him. And listening to it, they do genre hop a little with their music, but it still manages to come out kind of samey for me.
Yeah. I couldn't, after listening to it, honestly, I would have given it, I reckon, a good 5, actual solid listenings through. So that's a lot of time put in for me. Constant listeners know that. And none of it grew on me apart from the sugar were going down swinging. I sing along to that one. That one's a good time. I think that's a solid pop song. Good. I kind of like the lyrical twists he's got in there, but the rest of the album did not grow in the slightest, not even in a bad way, like a rash. It just it doesn't register. I can't sit here in front of the microphone, and I couldn't even name another one, or hum it, or sing it, or point to it, or go, "Oh, that one that had the sweet guitar solo." It's none of that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd say it had verses and choruses and bridges. They genre hopped.
Had structure.
They did everything right, and it still feels bland to me. But, one catchy song is all you need.
Do you think it is one catchy song is all you need and you've got a career? I suppose you're right. But do you think it's harder, and let's try and think of other examples, where the singer isn't the main lyricist and it works? You know what I mean? Like if you go to the Beatles where, John and Paul
Elton John.
But Elton John. There you go.
Yeah, shove that up your ass. Example. Fucking hell, you haven't thought about this for 2 seconds, have you?
The gays are very talented.
What a ridiculous. Well, the gays are amazing. We all know that.
They are entertainers, aren't they? Yeah.
Oh, they are. They are very talented people, the gays. Very talented.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pity there's not more homosexuality in Fall Out Boy. Like, if it was like gay grope behind the bike sheds, boy, this would be a much better band. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I think they could, it's modern times. Those boys could go, they could do whatever they want and just be fluid. We have to accept it. All right. Different
times. One of them was trans. This would be a far superior band.
I guess you're right. Yeah. Can we admit, and I do appreciate, that this is the only band I think has a Simpsons reference as their band name. Would that be fair to say?
True.
Fall
Ah,
Out
is that
Boy,
where it
right?
comes from? Was
Yeah,
it? Was it
Radioactive
actually?
Man. Yeah, it was actually. I did
Oh
some
yeah.
fucking research. Well, actually, producer Eric put some paper in front of me and I read it. But
Uh-uh. With
yeah,
his
I
wanking
think
hand,
that's
was
great.
it?
He did it with his feet. He's becoming very fucking um flexible.
Oh,
It's
but he
impressive.
can't reach the record button and stop button.
Wow.
But he can
Don't
hand pieces of paper
just
around.
just let him figure it out. He'll get there. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Um, but yeah, Fallout Boy, as played by Milhouse Van Houten in the movie Radioactive Man with oh god, Wolfgang something. Yeah. The goggles, they do nothing. Yeah. God, I
Yeah.
love The Simpsons. Mm.
Well,
So
are you still watching The Simpsons? Is it still? It's still going, isn't it?
it's still going. Yes. It's I mean it's not yeah, peek behind the beef curtain. You watch modern Simpsons with I mean I watch it with the kids and it's okay, right? It's not good. And then you go back and you watch the peak of it like season four, five, three, four, five. And it's I just cannot stop laughing. It's my entire childhood, my whole sense of humor is those shows, and it's so good. It was so good, where everything was just top quality humor, and now it's just it's just kind of bland, middle of the road, Roseanne type humor. So I guess the writers at the time back then, that was when Conan O'Brien and stuff were writing. That's the quality years.
And man, at the same time, when Simpsons went down the toilet, you still had Futurama, and that was still good too. I mean,
Yeah, they all had phases. Yeah,
yeah,
Futurama was good for a couple of seasons, and then that got bland and shit too. And it's kind of Family Guy did the same, South Park did the same. You just can't keep it going forever.
yeah, this Family Guy's still going. Good lord.
Still going. I did start watching, and I'll watch some more tonight. That new Ted, the TV show, and it's all right. It's not like amazing. Yeah, it's all right. Has its moments, but it
You
ain't
know what?
season four Simpsons.
You know, I watched just before this show as I watched an episode of Sledgehammer.
Oh, how did it hold up?
Not as banging as I remember, but then I sat there the entire time, very amused.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember him being pretty un PC. I think.
Uh, it's still, 90s, 80s, like, it's soft by today's standard. But then it's kind
Right.
of raunchy by today's standard because we're such a bunch of pussies now. We can't make any jokes at all.
Yeah, sure.
Uh,
Yeah,
so
that's
it's
it.
just like silly, tired jokes, but it all works.
Mm, mm. Yeah, I think I
Fantastic.
only remember when I was a kid. They had the whatever episode, and he got killed or he got shot, and it was this big cliffhanger end of the, it might have been a finale or something. And I was like, oh my god, Sledgehammer's dead. And then when it came back in the next episode or after the ads, I don't remember. He caught the bullet in his teeth. Do you remember that shit?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now that you mention it, yep.
Yeah.
Ah, killer.
Sledgehammer. What
Killer,
was that?
killer,
How did the
killer.
theme song go? Do you remember? Sledgehammer? It's a good show.
Yeah, like that. Exactly, note for note. We could have listened to that for the last few weeks and it would have been much better than listening to Fall Out Boy. It grew on me as it went, but yeah, yeah, yeah. I get sick of the singer basically.
Happily just delete it from my downloaded albums and carry on living my life.
It's a kind
Sound,
of wordy, I found. Like there's just like a lot of words going on.
but that
Not a
was
lot
what
of
they wanted. They were intellectual.
I felt it was like oversung with all the
Mm-hmm.
kind of stuff. I find all that really
Over
annoying.
wordy and oversung, but it's kind of like Incubus too. Incubus were like that in the early days, where it was all like 5 syllable words thrown in to the beat,
I don't
and
like them either.
Well, oh, that's my next album pick then.
Yeah, it sounds correct. Sounds exactly like something you would do. Yeah.
Yeah, and you'll pick some like death metal fucking bullshit Rastafarian crap that I have to listen to, or another fucking Rob Zombie project,
Yeah, we'll be
or
doing Rob
Metallica.
Zombie again.
Mm,
Um,
mm,
I was reading facts about this. Apparently, their first record was an independent success, underground success, and it was funded by a major label, Island Records, and then they got picked up for their major label debut, which was this album, the second record. And
mm.
Pete Wentz got so upset he had a suicide attempt because just didn't know how he was going to live up to expectations and all that sort of stuff. And
What?
they
So
sorted him out. Yeah,
wait. So they did an independent album. It
yeah,
was successful.
yeah,
Someone gave them lots and lots of money
yep,
to put out a major label, and he went, "Oh, that's too much pressure. I need to kill myself."
yeah.
Sorry, Pete. You're a fucking pussy. Um, just deal with the world's stresses. Don't be a cunt. Do your job.
I'm sure
Sorry,
that
carry
helped
on.
them. I'm sure that
Yeah.
helped them calling the cunt and a pussy.
Yeah, it needs to harden the fuck up. Men's
Yeah,
mental health needs to harden the fuck up. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I said
yeah.
it.
Tell it
You
to
need a
Pete Davidson.
sledgehammer that shit.
Yeah, sledgehammer, motherfucker. So anyway, and then did a suicide attempt, and then they sorted
Mm,
them out, and then they came back and made this gem. They put on a lot of effort. They wrote a whole album and threw it out, and wrote
oh,
8 or 10 more songs till they were happy with it, and
mm.
put out this
Put out
fucking
this piece
thing,
of shit.
and
Yeah.
then sold
I
seven
reckon they,
million records and slept with models.
yeah,
Yeah.
wow, look at us. Yeah. We're fucking complaining about their album and they're uh getting all that hot pussy. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, do you think
it's
I
how the
reckon
world works. Yeah.
these guys could have put out a real good like Weezer style album. I see that I reckon they've got that in them. You know, like kind of quirky. They just needed to be a bit simpler,
You
you
reckon
know?
18 years after their biggest album, they're just going to finally pull it out of the bag now.
No, I'm saying back then I might have liked them more if they were like, you know, more like Weezer. That's all. That's all I'm saying. They had the
And
vibe.
they would have said to you, "Fuck you, we're Fall Out Boy. We just sold 7 million records. What the fuck do you know? When was the last time
Yeah.
Weezer sold 7 million records? You cunt."
Actually, I reckon it wasn't too long ago. Weezer. I think they did all right with their last one. They've got like they're like Pearl
seven
Jam.
million?
They've just got an evergreen fan base. We'll get producer Eric to fucking Google it, or you can Google it. You know, but they don't do album sales anymore, do they? It's just downloads. So who
Well,
fucking
they
knows?
count so many plays as an album sale. And hang on, if I open my phone, is this going to fuck up the sound?
I don't know.
Hey Siri, how many albums have Weezer sold?
They have sold 10 million albums in the US and more than 35 million worldwide. This answer is from
That's-
Wikipedia.
You
Yeah.
should have said like in the last 5 years. Try in the last 5 years.
Hey Siri, how many albums did? Oh, she turned off. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. How many albums did Weezer's last record sell?
Oh.
I found this on the web.
Oh, shit, I've got to read.
Them there letters, they look kind of scratchy.
3.3 million?
Well, that was their last one. See, that's all right.
Is that right? She's
Something
brought
into
up
the
the
world.
whole discography.
Discography. We'll go with. They did one called OK Human not too long ago. What did that
Oh
say?
no, it's talking about Buddy Holly and stuff. That sold 3 million albums in the United States. You fucked up the question, Siri.
Fuck you, Siri.
Hang on, where's my AI? I've got to use my AI.
So, do you think people driving to work in their cars listening to this, you know, our solid PNC subscribers, Do you think they're enjoying listening to us talk to Siri?
Hang on, I'm typing with one thumb.
One thumb typing.
Last.
Jesus, are we out of time yet? This is
Spell browse
Fallout
for me.
Boys hurting me.
Hang on.
It's just going to keep bringing up your fucking favorites tab full of porn.
Hang on. I'm using the power of AI.
Yeah. Pornhub. Siri,
Van
open Pornhub.
Weezer. So 23,000 digital. Who bought a digital fucking
Van Weezer. Nobody bought Van Weezer. I didn't even buy Van Weezer. And I'm a Weezer guy.
physical sales? 14,000 units. Is that the first week? Jesus. Remember the albums were selling 200,000 a
Millions.
week, or it was a fucking failure?
Yeah.
They've done 15 albums, each one better than the last.
Yeah, they're
AI,
at their peak now.
The AI says that who gives a fuck? It's Weezer.
Yeah.
Sounds like the first one was the big one, 3.3 million in the US.
That seems kind of small for the Wheeze. Oh, well.
Van Weezer adds to the band's overall album sales, which have exceeded 10 million in the US and 35 million worldwide.
Well, that's money in the bank, isn't it? Rivers
doing
right.
okay.
Should we rate this shit and get the fuck out of here? Because, oh my God, this album was a piece of trash.
Thanks
Listen
for picking
to the one
it
song.
once again. Thanks for picking it.
Yeah.
I'll give it a solid 2 fuck yous right in the ass. Yeah.
I mean, I'm a straight heterosexual male, so most days.
Out of 10, 2 fuck yous right in the ass. Yep.
Yeah. I think we're in agreement. So I'll give it a 2. I don't even. It's barely above a 1. It's just a 2. You know,
it's got the catchy song.
It is a catchy song, and the Simpsons reference. There you go. There's your 2 points.
My advice to listeners is don't buy the record, but just add the one song to your favorites playlist. And be done with it. And
and then go watch the Simpsons. Yeah. Stop watching all that other smut, Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones and Pornhub and fucking Bumble and Grindr and shit, and just hit up Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And watch season 4 of The Simpsons.
If you have to listen to this, consider Christian rock instead.
Oh, sure. Actually, we should actually do a Christian rock album. That might get the ratings up a bit. Yeah.
We've got to do Corey Feldman, really. I mean, go to the top, to the peak of musical ability, and just, after trash like this, we got to go to Corey Feldman. And just,
well, we could do a Feldman double feature moving forward. We could do Corey's album and then, like, I don't know, the Lost Boys or something, like double the Corey.
We should really do a Corey month. I mean,
a Corey Ganza.
Corey Ganza. We'll have a Corey gasm. Yeah. It's the only way to describe it.
Yeah, everyone needs one of those. Okay. Well, said that then.
Yeah, this album was a cunt, and
a cunt made by cunts.
Say about it. Yeah, suck you for that, boy.
Cunts. A cunt of an album made by cunts that got lots of hot cunt. Yeah,
probably. I mean, Allegedly. Has there ever been a good band with a ginger in it? Never.
Wow.
Never.
It's Ginger Baker, wasn't he in like Cream? Was Cream any good?
Yeah, he was the worst, but he was ginger.
Yeah, gingivitis.
Gingivitis. Yeah.
Okay, good day.
All right, fuck this shit.